Yes. So we have seen extract. After we have, I mean, this extract is not working today. I don't know why. So after we do extract, so there will be a double cylinder on it after extract. So I think I should keep it in data sources. Let's see, it has opened already. 2 workbooks has opened here. So this is an extract. We just removed 2 rows from it yesterday, 2 customer names. So let's go to worksheet. So this is that extract which we are seeing. So if you can do another extract from this, so that's not a problem. Or you can add some more filters also.
So where are these extracts resided? Is it in the where is this?
I mean, for example, by default it will be your repository only, but yesterday I saved it on my desktop.
So you can give a path to where you want to save this.
Yeah. You're seeing it, right? This is on my desktop yesterday. So by default it will be your Tableau repository. Today we'll try to see. I'm just select some 1 name or 2 names just to keep it simple. So I'm excluding those 2 values, okay, and remaining everything I will use. I'm selecting okay. 2 values will go. Now if you click on extract, it will ask for your path. By default it's Tableau repository. And if you see the complete path, it's Tableau repository. Else you can save it anywhere you want on your desktop or anywhere, I mean, in fact any folder in your laptop. That's not a problem. Okay. So as soon as you're saving an extract, it will be .tde file. We'll see file details in further classes. We have almost some 5 to 6 types of files in Tableau. So if you want to save it, we will save it here only. I'm saving it. Now you can go to documents and Tableau repository, saved in data sources version 9. Okay. Now we saved this one. Today is 9/2. You see the date also. Just now it's saved. So this is the one. So whenever it is an extract is there, so it will be like this with the double cylinder. Now if you are using this, even in Tableau it's double cylinder. So an extract will be indicated by a double cylinder. Okay. Now since we have extracted it, all these options will be available. Okay. So refresh will be there. Append data. You don't believe me? In Tableau we can copy paste data. Did I show you yesterday? No, right? So we can copy paste data. Otherwise you can see from here only. So that is append data. When totally we can copy paste data and we can append it to existing extract or data source. So that's what it is. So you can append it from a file or you can append from a data source. So again, optimize. When you click on optimize, some optimization, I mean performance things will come into picture and it will try to by default increase your performance. But a lot of factors has to be considered for that, for SQL Server to optimize this. So it's a not of great use in Tableau, and we'll see performance steps one by one slowly. And history is, as I told you, it's history. Just now we have saved one. You're seeing it. So just now we have saved one. So it's a full refresh. Okay, it has got almost 9,973 rows. Okay. That's about history. And properties, nothing will be there, properties. So this is what, at what time, from which data source we have extracted it. So apart from that, no much information in it. And where it is saved exactly. This is the location. So this location can be changed anytime. That's not at all a problem. You can copy paste it also. .td files can be saved anywhere. So that is one way. I'm just copy pasting data. Please observe, you'll not believe me. This option is available in Tableau. So there is something called as paste here. You can click on paste data, or you can simply say Control V. So if you just click on Control V, your data will be copied. So since I have copied mostly dimensions, it's only dimensions on rows. I mean blue color. Okay. So another important thing you need to remember is in Tableau, all measures will be denoted by green and all dimensions by blue color. And you see, I just copy pasted data. A data source is created here for it. This is called as clipboard data. And since we are copy pasting data, it's called as clipboard data. And you see all dimensions here. Since I have not copied any measures, there are no measures here. So we can copy any number. You can copy the complete list here. So this is very one flexible and great advantage of Tableau. Copy pasting data in a reporting tool is very rare and nobody allows. I have never seen any tool. So this is complete set of data. All measures are here and all dimensions are here. Clipboard data. So this is called as clipboard data. So you can do this in any way. I mean, for copy pasting data, you can save the data source. That's not a problem. So that is always available, or you can publish it to server also. Okay. So yeah. Apart from this, if you are connecting to any data source, let's see here. So
what
if
is
you're
the
connecting
use
to any
case?
data source,
If you already have an extract, why would you want to copy it and bring it here? What is the use case there?
Use case, it's a very rare scenario. For example, I'll tell you a real-time scenario where it can be used. You are getting your data in your flat file or in your email. Okay, so you can't use that email as a data source directly in Tableau. I mean, in fact, you can't keep that email in any data source also. So in such scenarios, or if you are getting such data very rarely, I mean only once in a lifetime of such scenarios, if you just copy paste data, or if you just create a data source with that data and append data to an extract, so it will be helpful, right? I mean, in such scenarios,
Okay, yeah.
for example, you are getting timesheet data and you
So
want
you
to
taught that
visualize the
into extract
timesheet.
or something better.
Yes.
You change that clipboard into extract or create a data source out of it. That's the.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, whenever you are getting data in an unformatted way, such as emails or Excels or any flat files, such things. And more options to it. Date properties, I was showing you yesterday. Edit aliases names. And apart from this, we'll try to connect to the data source directly now. We can connect from here also. Or we can connect. We can go to main window and connect. I'm just trying to connect to live data source here. Sheet. What I want to show you here is so coming to, I mean that is mostly about database or data, connecting to data sources. I mean we can copy paste data, that is called as clipboard data. And I mean see people the basic concept of reporting from the data sources remains mostly same, I mean functionality wise. Whereas you see most of the reporting tools, they do the same thing but with different names and terminology. So since to prove that you are a Tableau developer, I mean just get habituated to that terminology, use those words. So apart from that, there is no much complexity. So here, of course, you can drag and drop things and you can just add to sheet, that's always there. here. This transform custom split and split is new to 9. It was not there in 8 versions. Okay. And this is very important. There is something called as measure here, and there will be something called as dimension. I will also show you that. Today we will discuss about it. And change data type. For example, you see the region, it will be in string format here. You see the region, I'm right clicking on it. By default, it will be string. Okay. But region should be a geography, sorry about this. So change data type in the sense you can change its data type. For example, if any date or anything is coming in string format, you can change it to date. You can click on date and you can change its format, date format. But in geographic role for region, there is nothing there. Okay, so in such scenarios, you can assign any geographical role to it. I mean, for example, if the region contains country fields or country values, you can click on country. But here region contains, does region contain only west, east, such things. It's only category of states in a country. So we can't really add it to, because we can't give latitude and any specific latitude and longitude to it. So that's the only purpose. So that is geographic role. We can assign anything if it is not there already. Whereas if you see city or country, anything, if you see its geographic role, it's already city. It's available here. Okay. It's already assigned by Tableau itself. Okay. If you click on measure, you can see it's convert to dimension or convert to discrete. So this is very important Tableau. I mean, what is a measure? What is dimension? I mean, of course, you know what is a measure and what is a dimension, but discrete and continuous goes hand in hand with it. The only difference, show an example. So understanding what is discrete and what is continuous is very important. For example, there is a measure, or let's take for example, there is a column with values like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So can it go into measure or can it go into dimension?
It can be either, right? In case, like, let's say ID can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you wanted to have it as dimension, but then you use the same dimension as measure as well in some cases to count rulers, so things like that.
Yes sir, you are correct. So it can be measure, and at the same time it can be dimension also. Depends on what the column meant for. For example, you take quantity here, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 6 such things, or quantity can be 1.1. If it is any liquid quantity, it can be 1.1 or 1.2 such things. So it can be, what is the major difference in Tableau for this is, you see 1.1, 1.2 such things, those are continuous fields. We call them as continuous because there is no break in values. And as you said, Sam, it can be continuous or discrete. That's not a problem again. That is there always. This is just for example. So you can convert any measure to dimension, dimension to measure. That is there in Tableau. Apart from that, if you want to pull generally anything in discrete into dimension, it will be mostly like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means there will be a break in values. Whereas you see this, there will be no break in values, 1.9, 2.1, such things. So it's like continuous, mostly decimal values, such things will be continuous. So that is a major difference between, I mean, I can't say difference, that's the way you have to understand, because when ranking and all, you need to understand that ranking whenever 1, 2, 3, 4 is a discrete field, it's not a continuous field. Okay, whenever I show you rank, I will try to show you an example there. Okay, so that is one important thing you need to remember in this. Hierarchy, creating hierarchy, it's very easy in Tableau. I will show you. And this group by folder, group by data source table. For example, you are trying to pull 2 different data sources. You have to mention folder. If you say data source table, then you might face problems. So please remember this. So when it is only one data source, there will be no problem at all. When there is multiple data sources, then you will face problem with this. So please remember that. Okay, this group by and create a group is totally different. So no relation at all. Okay, and hierarchy. We'll create a hierarchy now in a while. For example, see this. I mean, state, region, postal code, city, country, those things are here, and subcategories here. I'll try to pull this subcategory. I mean, you can just drag and drop things for creating a hierarchy. Okay. You can just drag and drop that, and now a hierarchy is created. So you not do anything, it's just hierarchy. It's as simple as that. I mean, of course, if you don't want, you can pull them apart. So that is always there. So you can create and remove hierarchy also. That is there. So it's as easy as that. It's as simple as that. Okay. So creating hierarchy is that easy. So what is the purpose of hierarchy?
So question there. Can you, like, I see the natural relationship in this case to be one-to-many from attribute to attribute, right, or dimension to dimension. But if you wanted to create this hierarchy with a flat thing, does it work? How, like, does the natural relationship should offer, like the example that you were showing, country, state, and zip code is a natural one-to-many from attribute to attribute. Is there a case where
One
you?
minute. 1 minute. See that, Sam? You can create hierarchy on any two fields. You can just drag and drop them. It's only that you will face a problem. Otherwise, nothing else. See, I'm just miscellaneous things here. Miscellaneous hierarchy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going. Like, how would the SQL form behind the scene? Like, what did it do? If you do like a random to field and create a hierarchy out of that, how does it throw an error? What did it do?
It will not store an error, and this is very important in Tableau. You'll never ever see any errors in Tableau. It will never say that you are doing it wrong. It will only show your visualization with wrong information. Apart from that, it will not throw any error. There will be no errors in errors in Tableau. So no errors in Tableau. Why why you pull in a hierarchy like that is, it's not about SQL. It's only for display purpose. Here, see that? Now, if I pull another one, totally irrelevant fields or irrelevant hierarchies. See that? So now if I clear this sheet and pull in miscellaneous hierarchy, see, first shift code is there, then year is there, but it doesn't make sense. That's the only thing. Otherwise, this will work.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, so you can drag and drop such things, and SQL will not be generated for this. I mean, whenever you try to run this visualization, it's for look and feel purpose. First, which one should be grouped, and then which one should be grouped. So it's on group by.
It should have some sort of a OLAP engine of some kind, right? I see the SQL going against the source itself is select blah. It get all these columns and then
SQL is there. I mean, SQL is there, but with respect to this, it goes into group by only, not in select.
It should have one more layer when it process all these OLAP kind of functionalities. Does it have that layer where you can see or
unfortunately, I never saw that. I never saw that. OLAP, I mean, another level of is not there. What happens is here it goes into group by only. This miscellaneous, I mean, hierarchies. If you create any hierarchy, it mostly for look and feel and for drill down such things. And apart from that, while executing the query, it goes into group by rather than in select and such things.
It doesn't go on select. I see that. It will go and get the select for all these, and then from that point, what does it store? It stores as an extract in this case, right? We are pointing to extract. And now we are bringing this. So my concern is, where do you see how it is grouping that SQL? Is there a possible way of seeing this is how it's grouping?
No. There is only one SQL generated, and that is
against the source itself. I see that.
Yes. Apart from that, I don't think there are many sequels.
There won't be any sequel, but how would you know what is happening behind the scene? Like in case of MicroStrategy, right? If I do the compound metric,
Okay.
right?
Yes. Go ahead. Yeah. Mm.
And if I change the dimensionality of the metric, it will do that
Yeah.
on the fly in one more layer. I cannot see that dimensionality in the sequel itself,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
cannot see that
Got it.
dimensionality in the sequel, but I do know since
Okay.
I've been working with that tail, that it is
Okay.
doing that work in an OLAP engine itself. So in this
Okay.
case, maybe my example is not right, but if you are doing some sort of some kind of that kind of functionality, so where would you see if does the sequel say that this thing is happening in the difference engine or no?
No, I think no, Sam, because I think I'm 99% sure. But anyway, I'll go back and I will verify it. But I don't think it will generate any sequel for this because
Okay.
VSQL server will take care of
No,
that.
no, I see. It won't generate a sequel, but it
Yeah.
will tell you. Does it tell you that it's happening somewhere else? This like the functionality, like dimensionality in MicroStrategy, where it says this thing in your SQL, you will know. Okay, these are the things that is happening in the OLAP engine itself.
No, no. There is nothing called as OLAP engine in Tableau.
In this one, okay.
Yeah,
It
there's
it
nothing
has
like
a
that.
V-SQL or something, right? That's what you say.
Yeah, SQL is there. SQL is there. I'll try to verify that, Sam, but it's
Okay,
not there. I think mostly it's
okay,
not
okay.
there.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So, so apart from that, see, I removed those columns from hierarchy. And apart from that, please observe whenever there is a regional field or geographical field, it will be denoted by globe symbol. And for string, it's basically ABC. And calendar icon is displayed. So, and for any number a hash is displayed. And for all measures, hash is displayed. And remember, whenever you are trying to create a geographic field manually, if you are doing that by any need, so then there should be a latitude and longitude in your measures by default. If there is nothing like that, then you have to go to map and click on geocoding, import custom geocoding. That means by manually you have to assign latitudes and longitudes for each and every point in your region. Otherwise, you'll face problems while developing map charts. Okay, so that's about it. We have a lot of other options. I will show you whenever I'm trying to develop any visualizations or whenever the need rises. Okay, the first thing is developing this. Just observe. I want to show you some difference here. Okay, I got a visualization here. I'll try to do the same thing, same columns, no difference at all. Okay, so what do you observe? What is the difference between these two sheets? Same columns. I double clicked on them. I didn't drag and drop them. So, and please remember a very important thing. In some organizations or in some situations, people mention measures and dimensions as blues versus greens. Dimensions are always blue, whether you keep them in rows or columns or anywhere. Irrespective of their positioning, measures are always green, dimensions are always blue. So some people call them as blue versus greens, such things. So color is always there. Yeah, whether you convert into measure or whatever it is, if it is measure, that means it's green. If it is dimension, it's always blue. So in any case, what is the difference between these two charts? I created same column, chart with same columns. I just double clicked on them. I didn't use anything else. So why did I get this way and why did I get this way? Any guess? So I'll try to do it again. Please observe. Just clearing this sheet and I'm clearing this sheet also. This is a bit important in real-time scenarios. Charts will come whenever you go here and click it. Charts will come. That's not a problem. But when you are doing it manually, that's when problem rises. So if you go here now, If you click on chart, you'll get a chart. That's not a problem. But if I don't click on chart, if I want it by default. Any idea why it's not happening? I'm getting a chart here, but I'm getting a chart here.
Oh, it seems like
I'm just double clicking on columns. Yeah. Yes, yes,
column.
sir. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Stuti, any idea?
No, I'm confused.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. See, please understand. I will do it again. Please observe. This is very important going further, because to manually create charts, there is a big difference here. Again, I'm doing it the same way. No, same two columns. I'm double clicking on it. Nothing else.
In first chart, you are double clicking on cells first.
Measure. Yeah. So that is very important. So whenever we click in measure first, we get a chart. Okay. Based on number of measures you click, chart will be developed in Tableau. Okay. This is specific to Tableau. So whenever you click on measure, you get a shape to it or size to it. But if you click on subcategory, since subcategory can't be measured, it will just try to display its text. Okay. So next time when you click measure, it will try to show its only value. This is called as text table. So there is no much advantage to it. So it will just display your values. Whenever you click measure, based on number of measures you click, your chart will appear by default in Tableau. Since there is no coding, you can understand how this is appearing. Otherwise, if by mistake you have clicked dimension first and you go here, you can click on chart. That is always there. No, nothing wrong in it. But if you're developing charts manually, there is a big difference you will see. Because while developing manually, again you might get confused, because the same fields you'll be clicking, but you will not be getting the chart. Okay. So similarly, not only this, anything. For example, I will show you by the when the need arises. Okay. So this is first thing. Please remember whenever you click sales, because measures are always characterized by dimensions. That means measures will have its size and color. That's how in Tableau, if you click in measure first, you will get a chart. If you click on dimension first, you will get a text by default. This is the only default thing. Otherwise, you can go here and always change it. So nothing wrong in it. And please remember, going forward, you do whatever you do in Tableau, there is nothing called as wrong in Tableau. There is nothing called as wrong. It's only that your visualization will be in different formats. Apart from that, nothing else. So Tableau will never ever throw any errors. In very rare scenarios, Tableau will throw errors. Apart from that, you will not see any errors in Tableau. And there is always a second way of doing things in Tableau. For example, you can go here and click on sheet. Okay. And other way is I have done it manually. So that is always there. So two ways you can do in Tableau. Always there. That is always there. And one major difference before going further. So this is a just basic chart, no complexity. It's very simple chart. And you please observe the column names. I forgot to say about it. Measure names. There is something called as measure names here, and there is something called as measure values. We'll be using in next charts. Okay. And whatever I do in chart, please observe, because if you have already done complex charts and such things, you will understand it easily. Otherwise, please observe. And this shelf is very important in Tableau. This shelf, we call these as shelves, and each one has cards. And this marks card is very important in Tableau. So everything, most of your work will happen in this marks card only, along with color, size, label, detail, tooltip. And there will be something called a shape, path, and those things will also be there. Okay. Whenever you are using any particular chart, based on that, other cards will be displayed here. Okay. We'll see that, and I'll tell you when that cards will be displayed for each chart. Okay. If you go here again, please try to observe. In marks, there is a difference now. Between these two sheets, in marks, there is a difference. This is automatic. Okay, that means by default it's selecting bar here. Okay, here by default it's selecting text here. Okay, so that is the difference. Okay, this is basic bar chart. we have almost 24 charts here, and of course most of them are repeating. That means there is nothing called as horizontal bar chart, vertical bar chart. There is nothing like that. You can swap fields here. Okay. If someone say what is the difference between horizontal and vertical bar chart, nothing. You're just swapping fields. So in Tableau there is no difference between horizontal or vertical bar chart. So you can develop however you want that. Okay. This is called, these values here which are displayed here are called as headers. This is called as headers. Okay. And this is called as axis. You can right click on it. Wherever you right click in Tableau, you will see something called as format. Not only here, you see here format. Right click here, again you will see format, and you right click here, again you see format. So there are multiple ways of formatting in Tableau. You click here also, you'll see format. So that is always there in Tableau. So you can format however you want. That is always there. So first you click on measure to get any chart, not only this chart, any chart. First try to click on measure. Okay, and there is no color, nothing is there now as of now. It's just basic chart. This is labeling. Okay, this is labeling. Okay, and you need not do that. There is always I clicked Control Z and it went off. You can always click Control Z, and I'm clicking on sales. Okay, there is always second way of doing things. So one is this and one is this. Okay. Now you observe, guys, I'm doing a mistake here. Please let me know what you observe here. Okay, I'm doing a mistake here. I'm trying to create a label here. Okay, my chart is going off. Any idea why it's going off? And what is the difference between previous selection and this selection? See, I will do it again. Please observe. Yeah.
Previously,
Anybody?
you were selecting a column from measures and
No. Stuti, 1 minute. I'm not. Forget about it. I'm doing it again. Okay. So please observe this one. This is the first thing I'm doing. I'm getting text table. Okay. And second thing is I'm doing this. I'm getting a label. Okay. So what is the difference between these two steps? So you can't observe it. That's not a problem. So I'm second time when I'm doing it, I'm not pulling the column from measures. Okay. I'm clicking on control and I'm copy pasting it. I'm clicking on control here. Okay. So you can't see it. It's a bit tough. So I'm clicking on control here. Apart from that, nothing else. Okay. I'm clicking on control and dragging and dropping it on label here. Okay. If you forget to click control in such scenarios, your measure will go up from this column shelf. It will not display here. So that's why you will not see it here. Okay. Okay. So click on control whenever you are trying to reuse the same column. Whenever you are trying to reuse the same column, you should control click on it. If you forget to control click on it, see that. Right. Second measure is created here. You see here. Okay. It's the same chart. Just copy paste. Or you can click here and always duplicate. Duplicate will be in most places here. It's not duplicate sheet, duplicate as crash top. Lot of things will be there. Even in data source also, duplicate is there. So that's not a problem. So this is just developing a basic chart. You can click on label here and you can drag and drop on label. So both are same again. So there is always second way of doing things in Tableau. And this is just basic chart. You want to see anything here? Anything else here? And see, this label is not fixed. You can change it. You can keep it anywhere. Just drag and drop. Okay. You just need to drag and drop. Apart from that, nothing else. So this you can do. By clicking here, you can go to format or rotate label. These things can be done. Rotate label is this one. So I have a lot of options in Tableau, but it's all up to you how you want to format them and all those things. So this bar chart, basic bar chart. Okay, I'm removing labels as of now. We'll go to next chart. Okay. So guys, please observe. I'm pulling in another measure here. I'm just double clicking on it. Okay, I'm double clicking on it, please. And same chart I will try to create again. There is way of doing it. So a chart should not exist this way, because trying to compare sales and profit in a single chart is, this is not the right way to develop this chart. Okay, click here. By mistake, if you have double clicked here, click here, go to dual axis, click on dual axis, come here, all in marks card, and select it to bar. So is this chart right? Is this chart right? I developed this chart. Is this chart right? I mean, just based on your common sense. Yeah, tell me.
It is showing what we want to see, but it's not a correct.
That's what. Something is wrong here. What is wrong here?
It's showing minus profit.
When values are, see, Stuti, if values are in minus, of course, if your profit is in negative, of course, profit has to be shown in negative, right? Profit is in blue color. Okay. Sales is only positive. Sales is never below axis. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So only profit is below axis. I mean, you can get losses, right?
Yes.
So losses is always a possibility. There will be nothing. There will be no keyword called as losses in Tableau. Not only in Tableau, generally losses keyword will not be there. It's only negative profit.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a mistake in this chart. I mean, as you see, you're almost there. Try to just guess it. What is the mistake in this chart? Just from look at it from customer point of view rather than developer. So if you see it as a business person, you will find it very easily. But if you see it as a developer, you will not find it. Okay, good. See, you're trying to compare two measures, okay, on a single chart here, right? Whenever you're seeing a chart like this, as I told you in the, see, Tableau never need big brains. That means you should help your client. You should not force him to put his brain to understand these charts. It should be very simple. The biggest mistake is sales is on a scale of minus 100K to 300K, and profit is on a scale of minus 20K to 50K, and scaling is not in synchronization. So whenever you see this bar, it's in sales and it's from 150K almost to 300K. Whereas the same bar for profit, here sales is not there at all. Observe this, anybody? Here also sales is not there at all. Here also sales is not there at all. Without sales, we are getting profit here. That is huge profit. It's not just profit, it's huge profit without sales. So, I mean, this graph, this chart doesn't make sense at all. It's a huge mistake. If you send this to client, that's it. You're dead. There are no sales here. You see sales is in orange color. There are no sales here, but still you're seeing huge amount of profit. So this is very bad way of developing it. So one important step you need to do when you are doing a dual axis is synchronize axis. If you forget this, most of your charts will go wrong whenever you are trying to drag and drop your second measure. Okay, clear? So synchronize axis. Synchronize axis is very important in Tableau. So whenever you are trying to compare two values in a single chart using a chart like this, okay, then if you miss synchronize axis, your chart will go wrong. Now you see the meaning of it. It's all sales and profit is here, of course. You can click on labels, right? Now you see the clear-cut difference. This profit is in negative, and this profit is also in negative. Okay, sales is never negative. Here profit is less, that's it. But sales is never negative. Got it? So this is very important whenever you are trying to do that such charts. Okay, so wait for synchronize axis. If you don't synchronize the axis, your chart will go wrong. Okay, and very important thing, we have a lot of learnings here, so I'll go step by step. Whenever I'm placing my cursor on anything, you're seeing something called as tooltip. Okay, here subcategory equal to change and sales is 328. If I do it on here, subcategory and profit. Okay, this is called as tooltip. It's displayed here. You can change it anytime. Okay. In the same way, by default, it shows the corresponding value, or if you want another value also, it will also can be shown. That's not a problem. Okay, but you need to give it in carats. Sorry. Okay, sum of, and please remember Tableau is case sensitive. If you don't follow it, that means S is in caps in sales. Otherwise, you can drag and drop. In 9, there is a flexibility to drag from here to here. So that is there. But whereas in 8, it's not there. So now you see that it's not coming. What happened? Okay. Okay. I think it's showing for corresponding sales and profit only. I will show you in a simple bar chart next time. Okay. In simple bar chart, you need not have that column. You need not have that column. So it's all varying from version to version. I don't know why. So tooltip. I'll click in profit here. Okay. Still it's not applying. I think some syntax problem is there. Let's see, I added subcategory in a second. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, I think some case sensitive, some problem is there, I think. So otherwise you can input from here also, anything. So that's not a problem. You can write your name also. It need not be any column names. You can write your name also. You can write any text also here. That is always there. Okay, this is always there. Okay, now if you see it, name Ramakrishna, such as things. Okay, so back to this second measure. Okay, whenever you try to, and please observe, whenever I pull in profit, I'll go back. Okay, whenever sorry, or we can see it here only. Whenever I pull in second measure, please observe there are a lot of changes happening to this. Okay, or I double click on it. There are a lot of changes happening here. There is second axis added here. There is second axis added here. Second axis in the sense you try to pull second measure, by default it will create its own chart shelf here, its own color, size, all those things. If you click on all also, it's there. Okay, and I will show you this practically, but please observe what I am doing here. I am removing profit from here. Okay, I'm removing profit from there. I remove profit from there. Now, if I click on profit, you'll get the same chart again this way. And there is another way of developing this chart. You come here and you see the dotted line. So unless and until you don't see the dotted line, you don't release it. If you release it, of course, synchronize axis is there. Again, you have to synchronize axis. It's the same chart again. This is one way of developing it. So you see here another card shelf is created for profit. Another card shelf is created for sales also. So it's separate. Okay. I will show you what's its effect. Okay. What effect it will have. Okay, now you go to start of the chart here. Or I'll clear this. I'll create a chart again. You're observing, guys. Seems very basic, but if you miss them again, you might face problems. Otherwise, it's cool. Okay. So now you see the dots, right? See, I will do a mistake here. I mean, first time we have seen the bars, but you see this, only profit changed because I'm changing it to only profit. So whenever you are observing such rare scenarios, I mean, please observe that there is a secondary axis here. You have to click on all. Okay, go to all and click on bar. And after synchronizing axis, you can do it separately also. You can do it separately also. That's never a problem. But see, I'm not doing in all. I'm going to sum of sales directly. I'm doing it here. Bar, that is sales. Okay. If you want a chart like this, that's not a problem. All you need to do is go to marks card and change it step by step. Okay. So instead of doing one by one, you can do it in all. Okay. And please observe, measure names column is displayed. It's no profit, it's no sales. Sales is displayed here. It's displayed as measure names here. Okay. Please observe that. Okay. Okay. So, and you can click on show me also. You can click on show me here. If you can't develop this, if you don't remember how to develop this, you can click on show me here. If you click on stacked bar, get something like this. Okay. Subcategory is removed. If you place subcategory here, you'll get it here. And of course, you have to synchronize the axis. That's the only thing left out here. So those things you can do. So you can click here and you'll get a chart. Let's see another chart here. Okay. I'm developing again another bar chart here, subcategory again. Okay. I'm trying to develop the same chart again. Okay. So whenever you see this dotted line, release it, synchronize the axis, go to all, change it to bar. Okay. Now, see, now it is in profit here. Please observe. This can be done only manually. You can't do it in show me. From show me, you can't do it. So now, if you click on label, you can see the label. Values doesn't change. Height of the bar is there always. So values are not with respect to width of the bar. But if you want to develop such a chart, remember you have to come to second measure. You have to come to second measure and develop this chart. So you have to come to second measure and click on size and reduce its size. Okay, reduce its size. You'll get a normal one. Or if you want this one, you can reduce its size. Okay, this is called as bar in a bar. Okay, no difference at all from stacked bar. It's stacked bar only, but this is called as bar in a bar chart. Okay. This is bar chart, bar in a bar chart, and there is something called as side by side bars. Such things are there. Okay. So I'm doing something else. Please observe. Okay. I'm pulling this measure names on color. Sorry. You're seeing that side by side bars. To give it different names, different colors, I'll just drag that into measure names here. Measure value should be color here. Okay. Just to give different colors to it. Apart from that, nothing else. See that side by side bars. If you keep it this way, you can see it here. Okay. This is called a side by side graph. I mean, you can develop from here, so that's not a problem. Okay. And there is something called as histogram. Histogram is not a bar chart. It's totally different from bar chart. So we'll see that later, and it's a very easy chart and totally very rarely. I mean, it's not at all used in real-time scenarios. Histogram. You'll understand why when I explain it. Okay. Okay, guys. So there are almost 24 charts here. You want to see any other chart, or you want me to go on my own sequence? Hello.
I think it's good. Ram, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But can you please
Yes, no problem.
explain about when and where we are developing? I think yesterday's session you said I will let you know when you have to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
do the.
Okay. Okay. The basic real-time scenario for each bar chart is, Stuti, thanks for reminding that. So, sorry about not to told you that. And see, the basic purpose of bar chart is whenever you want to just see the basic chart, I mean, in terms of height. Okay. For example, in basic bar chart, we'll see the height of the bar, values with respect to its measure values. Okay, this height of the bar will be corresponding to measures values. So whenever you want to compare two measure values or compare measure values with respect to two dimension members, you will use bar chart. Okay, for example, when for a simple comparison we will use bar chart. For a next level comparison, if you want to compare sales and profit for each dimension member, then we will use stacked bar. Okay, otherwise we will go ahead and use simple bar chart only. So whenever you see that height of the bar depicts the value of the measure, so and it's for each dimension member, you can easily compare. See, bar chart is very basic need. I mean, it shows the, I mean, you can easily compare two values between two dimension members. So for example, you can, by seeing this chart, you can clearly say this is this one is sales is very high, and at the same time if you go to stacked bar, you see those sales are of course they are high, but profit is not same. This one sales is very high but profit is very less. This one also sales is very high but profit is not really great but better than this, right? But you see this copiers, I will rotate this in a minute, you see and clearly. So copiers, you see, though sales is very less, its profit is very high compared to chairs and phones. Okay, so that is great advantage. I mean, you can easily compare measure values. Okay, I'm removing this, wait, to make it look better, show header. Okay, now you see, since I synchronized the axis, I have removed the header. Don't remove the header without synchronizing the axis. Okay, otherwise you can go here and you can click here also, there will be something called as show header. Okay, it's the same options I told you, right? There is always a second way of doing things in Tableau. So here, by seeing the bar chart, you can do a sales analysis here where the sales is good, and of course comparatively where profit is good. So though here sales is very good but profit is very less, that means of course you are doing a loss here compared to copiers. Whereas you see copiers, though sales is very less, profit is very good. So such comparisons for each every dimension you can do it. Real-time scenarios with respect to this, if you want to develop any basic chart using some dimension members, if you have too much of data, don't use this. If you have some reasonable amount of data, or if you can add to pages, I mean, though you have huge amount of data, if you can add to pages, okay, if you can add to pages, you can, that means you can see a set there. Okay, if you can add to pages, then you can go ahead and develop bar chart if you have huge amount of data. If not, no need of any pages or anything. Okay, you can see this chart. Okay, so the basic purpose, I mean, real-time scenarios will be basic comparison of two measure values with respect to each dimension. So apart from that, nothing else. Okay, Siti? And so, okay, can we move on? You have any questions or doubts here, Siti?
No, I'm good.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Sam, you okay? You want to see anything else? I mean, you want to see again anything?
No, I'm good up to this point.
Okay, okay. So, you want to go with any particular order, or you want any chart here? You want any chart, or you want me to go ahead with any other? As per my. Huh?
Any
Okay.
chart will be fine.
Okay, okay, good. So very important chart, another very important chart. I'll go based on importance, okay, rather than order. So another very important chart will be your scatter plot. Scatter plot purpose. I mean, see, you see here, it's not only that. Whereas in bar chart we are pulling one dimension and 2, 3, 4 measures. See here in this one, in this chart, you can pull in any dimension, but you can't pull it into second here. Okay, you're not seeing the dotted line. You can't pull it there. So you can only pull it here. So when you are pulling it here, you make sure that you see the double line here. Without seeing double line, if you drop it there, if you drop it at the center, you will not see it here. Okay. So if you want to see it, drop it in when you see the double line there. Okay. Discount is also added here. Discount is also added here, and it's with color. But the only mistake here is discount is very, very minor, and it's not at all, you're not at all able to see it. Okay. Or you can add quantity also. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's rotate the axis and drag quantity. You can add, I think at max you can add 8 columns here. Okay. So you can add 8 columns here, and please observe that you can add only on one side of the axis. Second side of the axis you can't add it. You can add only one measure. After dual axis, synchronized axis, that's it. That's completed. Okay. Coming to scatter plot. Scatter plot is used to.
I have a question there.
Yes.
Hey Ram, quick question.
Yes, still.
So you can only compare up to 8 metric in a graph. Is that a limitation?
Yeah. But you can pull in 16 columns. You can pull in 16 columns, but you can't see it clearly here. Okay.
So let's say
16 columns can be pulled.
A business has a product with more than 8 states.
Okay.
Then it won't work. That's what you were saying, right? Let's say a product. Okay. All right.
Okay. You see, the thing here is you can pull in 16 columns here, but you can't pull them onto axis. Okay. 8 is limit for axis, not for shelves. Okay. For shelves, 16 is the limit. Okay. For shelves, 16 is the limit. You can pull in 16 columns or 16 dimensions or 16 measures. Okay, that is maximum number of columns you can pull. Whereas for axis, it's almost 8. You can pull in more than 8, and it depends on the chart also. You can't pull that for same chart. For same chart, you can do it. So even if you do it, it will be congested. More than 8, you might pull in 9, but 9 I have not tested, but in 8 it's that. But see this, it's not clear. It will be congested. Apart from that, no other problems. Okay. So controlling your access will be a problem. And it depends on the chart. I'm telling about bar chart here. If you see this, I will show you what happens if you pull more than specified number of measures. If you go here, see here.
With any other chart, I mean any other chart, can you show me a chart that can hold more than 8 metric? And so that
I will try to show you. But I have not developed it. I don't think it's possible because we will exceed that limit. Why 8 is, for example, you can keep one in color, one in size, one in label, and some will go into tooltip, such things. So we'll see one by one, step by step we will see. Okay. So and here, see this, you keep on any chart, there is a limit here. See this, 0 or more dimensions or 1 or more measures. That's why you should pull first measure only. So it needs at least one measure to develop a horizontal bar. Okay. You need at least one measure. So without measures, horizontal bars doesn't exist. So stacked bar is 1 or more measures, again 1 or more dimensions. Okay. And as I told you, 1 minute, I'll show you this. What do you mean by 1 or more dimensions is, this is basic bar chart. For example, you want to break it. Let's take a category. See that color, based on color. Okay, for each category it's color, but apart from that, okay, you can see this way also That means there are different ways of doing it. Okay, you can do this also. So that is always there. Pull in detail also. Now you'll see in only tooltip. See that? You're seeing only in tooltip. You're not seeing it here. Okay. So you can try all these things. That's not a problem. If you pull it in label, see that? Okay. And of course, I mean, you can pull any dimension like that. Okay. And that will also be your stacked bar. Okay. That's not a problem. Let's try to do it again. When again you are seeing, right, it will be in color only. So again, if you pull it in size, it will be this. Okay, you can develop different charts. That's not a problem. Okay, or you go here, you're seeing since stack bar. See that for each category it's stacked based on subcategory. These columns are changed here. Okay, so we can do these things. I mean, you can try. That's not a problem. So there are many ways of developing a bar chart. So based on your needs. Okay. So bar chart is meant for to compare two measure values in a single chart based on dimensions, and we'll see we'll see scatter plots. The basic purpose of scatter plots is to compare two measure values, okay, and to find those exceptions or outliers in scatter plot. So using scatter plot, or the purpose of scatter plot is to find those exceptions or outliers in your data. See, as soon as I click in second measure, in scatter plot, the basic need is two measures. Okay, in scatter plot, it's two measures. Okay, see this here. Why only one dot is here? Anybody? Why only one dot is here? Hello? Hello? Did we exceed the time?
There is no dimension there, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's showing aggregate value for
aggregate that. Values. Yes, you got it. So, yeah, that's correct. Now, if you had a dimension, you'll see some meaning to it.
One quick question, Ram. Yes. One quick. Yes. So we are covering all these graphical stuff only today?
No, not today. Okay, we'll stop this today and we'll see scatter plots tomorrow. Sorry about that. Okay, that's fine. We'll end this today. Okay. Okay.
So
thank you.
One more question for you is would you send me the course content and like what are you going to cover on each of the class, or the content itself? I don't know whether you can.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that.
Yeah, okay. Please do that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. If you're run out of time.
And one more thing.
Yeah. Yes.
One more thing. I just wanted to ask you, both of you, like, this timing is not working for me, 8 to 9. I'm in East Coast. So I am preferring 9 to 10. If both of you are agree with that, hour later than what we are actually doing.
What about 10 hours before this? I mean, your morning times?
Morning time I couldn't. I worked 9 to 6. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, morning time I can do it. Evening time after this time slot I'm good.
Are you available like now to 1 more hour from now? Let's say.
Yeah, for me 6 to 7 is okay. My time, your time is 10 to I don't know 9 to.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll talk to the organizer and we'll see how we can arrange that. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Ram.
Thanks, Stuti. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.